a warm mug of tea to one and all. Please like, share and subscribe. I may have a little cold. Apologies if I cough one or two times. Maybe the rain caught me. Hey! We are here to cast an eye, run the rule over the retaining of the Ashes by the Australian cricket team led by Pat Beleaguered Cummins. You'd think Pat Cummins was beleaguered. Like, share and subscribe whether you like what the Reason Boss is about to throw down. Short pitch bowling, you may say. Or straight up to the bat of the likes of Zach Crawley. May I salute Zach Crawley. A masterful innings, 189. That was real Bazball speaking. But my lord, have you heard such belly whining? The bag of excuses coming out, being unfolded as day follows night. You may or may not recall that the Reason Boss on Rich Post Sports made it quite clear. I'm eating my West Indian rice and peas with a little oxtail because my lord, I don't want to lose my appetite. The bag of excuses, viewers and subscribers, was bound to come and emanate from the English media corps. By and large, the Reason Boss went on record as stating, when it comes to English cricket, it's simple as this. England win. Hooray! They're playing the great stuff. That's the spirit. That's how we do it. England are brilliant, on top of the world. That's how we do it. Pride and passion. England losing. Poor shot. Poor selection. No spirit. No cricketing brain. Them not good. Load of rubbish. Not good enough. The opposition? What opposition? My lord. I told you about the coughing. Caught up in the Old Trafford rain. Predicted days ago. Viewers and subscribers, did you not hear the weather predictions? Cricketing fans, the Reason Boss in London, England, heard days and days in advance. Look out, Old Trafford. Bad weather incoming for this test match. As it turned out, the closer we got, we realized that after day 3, there could be trouble in the air. Bazball. This was a perfect time for Bazball. What a knock by Zach Crawley. What a knock by Bairstow. My lord. 99 not out in quick time. Mr. Stokes, Ben Stokes, if you had your time again, would you consider declaring soon after 500 to give your bowlers enough time to dismiss the jittery and out-of-form Australian batsman? You had your chance. Is this England a great team? Is this England cricket team playing Bazball one to be remembered? Oh yes, they'll be remembered all right. Like, share and subscribe, but whether you like it live or in the rerun, I'd be fascinated to find out where you, viewers and subscribers, are coming from. As far as the Reason Boss is concerned, let's be crystal clear. Bazball was implemented wonderfully well. Ideal conditions, ironically. Rain forecast, 3 days to get the job done. Whisk out the Australians, day 1, 299 for 8. Without looking at the day's coverage, I thought and said to myself on that opening day, when England again won the toss, 4 times out of 4. I said 4 times out of 4, viewers and subscribers. Ben Stokes has called it, or Pat Cummins has called it wrong. Either way, England playing at home in English conditions on pitches of their choosing have won the toss 4 times, have elected to either bat or bowl in conditions, if they're bowling, that are favourable for their type of bowling. Cloud cover. Lord, yes, cloud cover. You heard it. My lord, they chose to bowl in cloud cover conditions. Wow, is that an unfair advantage to Australia? I'm sure I heard some ideas. Does it sound crazy? Does this sound familiar? The Ashes and Test cricket is too important to be decided on the toss of a coin. Heads, you win. Tails, I lose. Mr. Cummins has apparently been calling tails. Either way, he's lost 4 times. Mr. Stokes has had 4 times the choicest of decisions. Ideal, you think, and yet England appear 2-1 down. Old Trafford, I tell you, torrential rain. I feel it in London, England, in the bones. My lord, my lord. Short pitch bowling by England, a bit too much. Declaring before you've been bowled out. Does that sound familiar, Mr. Stokes, England fans, viewers and subscribers? We need to put a lid on the bag of excuses. If the boot was on the other foot, do you think there would be any excuses emanating from the English media? You know the answer. I know the answer. We know the answer, viewers and subscribers. Congratulations to an Australian team beleaguered, bamboozled by the Bazball antics, baseball-style shots, criticised when England lose. What are you doing, Harry Brooks? You're throwing it away, kid. You're blowing it. Next minute, hoorah, Ben Stokes. Hoorah, Bairstow. Hoorah, Crawley. Go for it. Meanwhile, Pat Cummins, how good a captain has he been? How effective has the Australian tactics been? Well, they come 2-1 up going into the Oval 5th Test, my local stomping ground just down the road. And yet, I said beleaguered Pat Cummins. At times, the pace of the England innings has left them bemused, bewildered. Hazelwood, Stark, Green. Oh, by the way, did they have a spinner in this test? Oh, yeah, oh, yes, Nathan Lyons. Yeah, he's got a few wickets in his career. Poor selection by the Australian selectors for the 4th test. Maybe no spinner of note. Cameron Green, not exactly pulling up trees, averaging around, what, 20 so far? Not pulling up trees with the bat either, let alone the ball. My lord, my lord. And yet the excuses come left, right and centre. Rain, let's share the urn. It's not fair. We need to extend test playing days, start the games earlier, finish later. We need a result. A bag of nonsense if I've ever heard it. You knew what the rules and regulations were. My lord, my lord. My curry goat, my oxtail soup is getting cold on me. I need to make sure I can invest in it. Mercy. West Indies, am I feeling away, viewers and subscribers? Am I feeling away because the current West Indies team are beleaguered themselves? Do you hear the reason, boss and West Indian fans asking for shorter test matches? Let's have 4-day test matches. I know, Lord have mercy. Sports to the bone. Papa Lennox, I've just got an idea. Can we suggest and knock on the ICC doors? 3-day tests. How about that? How'd you like that? All right, you might think that I'm trying to jump on the Bazball bandwagon. 3.5 days. Allow some time for rain. 3.5-day test matches. How about that? That'll make things even. That'll give England a chance to turn things around. Bag of excuses if I've ever heard anything. What? Australia, congratulations. You are the current holders of the urn, the Ashes, one of the famous institutions in world sport. I did hear in the mainstream media calls for England to share it. I heard calls for Australia not to necessarily, dare I say Australia, the holders. It could be England as well. Yes, whether it be England or Australia. It's a bit unfair to go into a test series having been the recipients, the holders, current holders. Why should a draw ensure that you keep the trophy? Why shouldn't it be up for grabs? Why shouldn't it be up for grabs? Why just 2-2? After all, England have a chance of winning the Ashes if they drew the test in an alternative world. Oval test match, 5th day, 5th test match. It could go down to the wire or they could blow away the beleaguered Australians. 2-2, imagine that. Can you imagine? Picture that. 2-2 going to the Oval. And a draw means the team that wins the last one to draw the series probably deserves to win the whole thing. Let's give it to them. Man, it looks like my battery is saying, get out with the excuses. Like, share and subscribe. I make this right. Reason Boss Rich Post Ward saying, congratulations to Australia. England, chin up and get your tactics right. Over and out. Back of excuses.